Hi guys, this is Jack Talos. Before my match with Kento Miyahara on January 25th in幕張メッセ, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself today. So in my 20s, I graduated college at 24 years old, and I immediately went and became a professional basketball player. So any given day could be a little different, but mostly I would wake up, do my studies, I would get my workout in, and I'd prepare for the next game. And that was my life 250 days out of the year. That's a bit of a long story, but I, at the time, was working with the Harlem Globetrotters. It's a famous basketball team out of America. I was doing a show in Georgia at the University of Georgia, but at that show I met AJ Styles, the phenomenal one himself. He came up to me after the show and really admired my work and said, because there was a lot of talking, I had to talk a lot in that show, and he admired the athleticism and the work and asked me if I would be interested in becoming a professional wrestler. About 2 months later, I got my first tryout with the WWE, and about 2 months after that, I had another one, and I signed and started with the WWE in January of 2020. The toughest part of all of this was immediately after I got released from WWE. And the reason being is I had never done pro wrestling. I was completely new at it. I had no contacts in the business outside of the people I knew at WWE. So it was basically starting from scratch. It was cold calling promoters, emailing people, and just doing any job I could until I gained enough traction to become what I am today. So when I was released from WWE, my first jobs came with a place called CCW Wrestling out of Florida. That's Coastal Championship Wrestling. And from there, I kind of just worked my way up the ladder. I've worked with Impact, I've worked with Championship Wrestling out of Hollywood, any number of smaller promotions, until finally I signed a contract with NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. For you guys that don't know, that's owned by the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, Billy Corgan. And I worked with them for 2 years, where I was able to win 2 U.S. championships, tag team championships over there. And directly from there, I started with All Japan. So it's been quite a journey. It was, for a wrestler, it's a dream come true, because this is one of the holy grails of wrestling. WrestleMania, Korakuen Hall, those are two, just, I mean, the Mount Rushmore of wrestling for us. So it was very exciting for me, and I've always had a love for the Japanese culture, and to get to experience it and meet the people and just to experience everything I've experienced over here has been a real blessing. Respect. 100%. Well, and I want to be able to communicate with, my coworkers and my friends. I want to be able to talk to them in their language. But I came to Japan. They didn't come over to America. I came to Japan, and I think it's a big respect thing that I learned to communicate in their country, in their language, with them in that way. So that was the major driving force for me to want to learn Japanese. Best in the world. Yeah, best in the world. So it's always really nice to see people that genuinely enjoy what you do, that they have a passion for what you do, because we couldn't do what we do without them, and the Japanese fans are the best in the world at it. They're respectful, they're kind, they're encouraging, and they're intelligent about we say being a smart fan, and they are smart fans. So I have a lot of love and respect for the Japanese fans. Apparently they should be looking out for a metal plate in my boot. No, I would say what you should be looking out for is to have one hell of a match. Because like Kento said, I am the biggest, baddest thing he's ever gone up against in the ring. And Kento is an incredible champion. He's been doing this a very long time. And I think what you can expect is 2 powerhouses having one hell of a fight. And for it to be the first match of the year is very exciting. First big match, so. To my fans, I'll tell you this. Thank you for supporting me thus far. me and Ayabi and the Titans of Calamity came through, and we accomplished our first goal, and we won our first championship here. And stay on the edge of your seats, guys. There's more to come. Thank you. どうもありがとうございます。
全日本プロレス新年最初のビッグマッチ、1月25日千葉幕張メッセ大会。王者宮原に213センチの大巨人タロースが挑む三冠ヘビー級選手権。世界ジュニア王者青柳敦樹と立花聖吾による世界ジュニアヘビー級選手権など豪華カード目白押し。2026年も全日本プロレスで魂震わす準備はいいか。